G'day ladies and gentlemen, the Butts Martin here, and how about this? Men who criticise other blokes for wearing dresses are scared of being attracted to them, claims feminist author. There are a lot of things that I'm scared of in life. Death, money problems, illness, disease. But getting stiffies over blokes like this is not one of them. But that doesn't mean don't wear a dress. Go nuts! But probably strap those nuts down. You don't want that flying out of a dress in the middle of the day. If it makes you happy to wear a dress and you are a man, whatever. No one cares. Go for it. But there's a movement right now headed up by Hollywood celebrities that real men wear dresses. I'm sorry. Here's your hot tip for the day. No, they don't. Let's go back to that headline just for a second. Claims feminist author. Wow. I wonder which feminist author we're talking about. Well, let me give you 3 tips. She's Australian, she hates men, and she will not buy Invisalign. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, Clementine Gap-Teeth Ford. Clem, I'd still like to have you on the channel for an interview. You're always welcome. Now, if you don't know who Clementine Ford is, I won't bore you with the details. She's a very common feminist. Everything is men's fault. Men. Oh my God, men die. Funny, ha ha ha. And Clem, I know she says some pretty crazy things, but this is the thing with all of these ideologies. I reckon we probably would agree with her on a lot of things. Hence the invite onto the channel. Now, this article goes into some pretty hilarious shit. Again, nothing wrong with a man wearing a skirt. And please, I know it's annoying me, all right? I know I sound very nasally, but you gotta understand, ladies and gentlemen, I got hay fever. Today's been a tough day, but this video's getting me through it. Just my opinion. Have a look at this. Just my opinion, but he looks like he's a dad wearing his daughter's school uniform. That's a bit weird, mate. And even then, if you want to wear your daughter's school uniform, good on you, mate. Just wash it after you use it. But, just don't carry on like you're saving the world by doing it. That's all I'm saying. Stop carrying on like you are doing amazing things. You're doing nothing. You're wearing a skirt. It's weird. And it's not just Clementine Ford talking about this. Here comes another friend of the channel. Toxic masculinity is out of style thanks to men wearing skirts. Yeah, male stars with global fame are trading in pants for skirts. Does this mean toxic masculinity is actually finally over? No, it's not. And this was written by Mary Magdalene. She was on a video just a couple of weeks ago. She wanted to cancel all men. Kindly shut the fuck up, Mary. Opinion, this is just my opinion. Men are wearing skirts now. And in a world filled with Andrew Tate's viral bullshit, it's a refreshing trend that stops me thinking we should give up on masculinity altogether. I am not going to listen to this lady on masculinity. All right, Mary? In the same vein that I wouldn't listen to you about weight loss. Mary, kindly put that opinion where it belongs, inside of your anus. I feel like toxic masculinity will surface even harder in 2023. And we'd have to find news to navigate it. But once again, skirt. Who writes like that? The most famous and successful men are suddenly wearing skirts. And it just feels like an incredible sign that even men are so exhausted with the rigid rules of masculinity and are prepared to give a big fuck you to the patriarchy by physically not wearing pants for once in their lives. God, imagine the fucking mental gymnastics going on in this woman's head all day. Fuck me. Honestly, if the rules of masculinity are so rigid that you think that the only way to navigate them is to throw a skirt on, I can only imagine what goes through your mind. But I know what should go through your mind. A bucket of Lexapro. You need whatever chemicals are happening inside your head to be sorted the fuck out. Once again, this is no issue. Wear a skirt if you want to. I don't give a shit. But don't think you are defeating toxic masculinity by doing so. In fact, it's the most toxically masculine thing you could ever do in the world. This, right? Imagine throwing a skirt on, and you're not going to wear any underpants. Let's be honest, men, you're not going to wear underpants. You air that dirty, long skin sock out, right, in the breeze, and you got your ball waft, your ball stank, spilling all over the joint, all right? Everyone's breathing in your ball sweat. That's the most toxically masculine thing you could ever do. Also, have you watched Braveheart? They're wearing kilts, look like skirts, and they're all killing everybody. Although maybe the English were cool with that because they were fighting masculine stereotypes. Oh look, the Scottish are charging at us. Whatever should we do? They are wearing skirt-like things. Kilts, I believe they're called. Oh look, they're beheading our cavalrymen. It's sad to see them beheading our countrymen, but I tell you what, it is lovely to see them questioning the very narrow binary of what it is to be masculine. Oh yes. Anyway, back to Clementine. Clementine Ford has unleashed on men who criticize other blokes for wearing dresses in a furious tirade, claiming they are afraid of being attracted to them. Now, I'd like to point out this. If I was attracted to men in a skirt, I wouldn't want to be wearing a skirt myself. The worst thing you can do if you are aroused or attracted to someone and become engorged in the penile area and have an erection is wear a skirt. You can see that shit from a mile away. It looks like a fucking, I don't know, a gazebo. The feminist commentator said men who associate makeup and feminine clothes with women are most likely to belittle other men who wear dresses because they fear they will be attracted to them or tricked by them. No. Makeup and dresses aren't just associated with women. They want to wear those things. That's what they wear. In the same vein that men are associated with hammering their ball sack to a piece of wood. Look at me in the eyes right now, gentlemen. We all know a guy who has done that, all right? And only men do that. I have a mate who did that as a party trick at pubs for years. In fact, I have two mates who did it. That's how fucking weird I am. And let me tell you this, no ladies are out there hammering their lips together onto a bit of lumber, all right? It just doesn't happen. There's differences between males and females, and that is the number one piece of evidence that I have. An increasing number of straight men are choosing to express themselves in traditionally feminine clothing, makeup and nail polish, including Bachelor star and musician Jed McIntosh and Olympic boxer Harry Garside. And they all look fucking stupid. Sorry. I don't give a shit who you are. You look ridiculous. I think at heart, what really scares the cis men threatened by other men unshackling themselves, like hanging their balls out in a skirt, from strict masculine expression isn't the idea that these men are diminishing themselves, it's that they are liberating themselves, she wrote. God, fucking come on, Clem. Surely you got something better to write about. Surely. But I guess it is liberating having your cock and balls just dangle out there for the world to see, particularly if you're, I don't know, travelling on public transport. Hey, Clem, here's a hypothetical for you. You're catching a tram in Melbourne, and across from you walks a man in a skirt, wearing no underpants because he's a man, he's not going to wear underpants, and he just sits there across from you, and he man-spreads, right? Because that's what men do, because they have their organs growing out of their body, or I guess anyone would if they had the big growth there. I mean, even if it was a cyst and they're on their way to see Dr. Pimple Popper. And you turn your head, you have a bit of a glance, Clem, and you see right there in front of you a skirt, right? He's questioning the stringent norms of masculinity and you're like, yes! But then you see his dick, his balls and his arsehole and you think, what a way to start me morning. What I will say in defense of Clem is there's many ways to be masculine and you don't have to be like your dad or your granddad. You can do it your own way. For example, there's nothing wrong, as we know, with men crying. Just make sure it's something worth crying about. I think that's the number one caveat with that. Men can cry, just don't cry about stupid shit. There isn't anything wrong with seeking help for your issues. There isn't anything wrong with asking for help for mental health problems or any problems you have. There's nothing wrong with not being a tough guy. But here's some things that you should never do as a man. Here's some things you should never do that are feminine, that you should just never even consider. Number one, wear high heels. Why? Not because you look stupid, it's just because they are ridiculous shoes to wear and dangerous shoes to wear. And if you're my age, nearly 30, I guarantee you will tear ligaments in your ankle. Makeup. Men, you don't need to wear makeup, all right? You can if you want, but let me just say this. We are far more realistic than women. We know we're fuck ugly and we know there's nothing we can do about it. We can't hide it. You can put all the fucking spack filler on your face you want, but you're still gross with acne scars, you gross pricks. Botox. Gents, you're not putting Botox on. We're aging gracefully. And lipstick. Gentlemen, no lipstick. There's nothing more un-Australian than lipstick stains on your meat pie. Are you kidding? I'd just like to say this, that if male authors or journalists wrote the articles that Clem and Mary Magdalene wrote, they would be up in hairy arms. How dare you even consider telling us what we should do as men? You're not a man. And if you don't have a scrote, then you don't have an opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about the video and leave it a like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, fuck off. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stinks. Toodle au revoir. Bye-bye.